Howdy, lieutenants and economists.
The most volatile, evil, disgusting things on the planet, humans. If you have a video request, you can always go to assholeconsulting.com.
Yeah, I am gonna charge you, kids. And that is the importance of not fucking up.
You are such an asshole!
Asshole Consulting, banging out the work, contributing to GDP, and doing more than pretty much everybody else collecting a government check. AssholeConsulting.com. How you guys doing? A dash of rights. Captain Asshole, I want your opinion on drinking to be normal. I have a high IQ, tested at 132 in high school, currently attending school for electrical engineering. I do have friends within my program, but when I go to a party or a bar, I'm simply bored. The people bore me. The bars are usually loud, and all there is to do is drink because most of the conversation I find out is about the game that is on TV or common college shit that everybody goes to. I know your name is Adesh, but you sound like you're an American. It sounds like, plus, hey, if you are Muslim, maybe you're East Indian. If you're East Indian, you're okay, but if you're Muslim, you're not supposed to be drinking, dude. But you do sound completely Americanized. If I get drunk enough, I have some fun, but most times I would just prefer to go home and play video games, unless occasionally I am talking to a pretty girl. And this doesn't mention the money I just wasted on $7 per beer. What are you doing drinking beer, dude? Get to the rumplements, and then you'll never graduate. What role should alcohol play in one's social life, especially if you are smarter than average? Should you use it to dumb yourself down so you can associate with everybody else? Has it helped you find girls? Is it even possible long-term? Is it even a possible long-term fix, or just something to do during college? Thanks for all your work. Been tuning into your channel since 2016. A dash. All right. Okay. All these questions. What role should alcohol play in one's social life, especially if you're smarter than average? All right. I won't lie to you. It's not that it played a role in my social life, but they all say it's a social lubricant, and it certainly is. Has it helped me get girls? Yes, it does. It indicates, because you'll be there, you'll be drinking, the girl will be drinking, and it just lowers everybody's inhibitions. I like to say, no, you don't need it, and you don't need it. You certainly don't need it. But I'd be lying if I didn't say I've been at some parties or at a dance floor, and I'm going like, hey. She's like, hey, and bam, sucky face. And I would be also lying if I didn't say it was a grand old time. Now, is it worth drinking alcohol every time you go out to have that? Maybe a dozen times over the course of 2 decades of dating. Yeah. So I don't know if it'd be totally worth it, but it basically boils down to whether you're an alcoholic. Here's what concerns me, and I don't mean to sound like your mother or your father. If I was an electrical engineering major, I would not have time to be drinking. Now, maybe they're paying your way through college and you have the time, but I would, with a real degree like that, which is very challenging and demanding, I would not be going out and drinking. So if you're going out maybe once a week, I can understand it. Everybody needs a Sabbath. But if you're forcing yourself to go out because, quote, your friends are going out drinking, and in all honesty, you'd rather stay at home and play video games or hang out with your buddies or play hacky sack if they do that anymore. You're trying to force yourself into normie world. I don't know if you read Curse with a High IQ, but you're not a normal person. You got an IQ of 132. That's 2 standard deviations above average. I mean, you're fucking quite literally rocket science caliber, which is no shock that you're in electrical engineering. So I would not try to fight being yourself, nor would I use any leverage or tool or drug, we could call it, substance, to get you to be normal. There's a time and a place, like you got to go to a wedding or something. Like, okay, fine, have a drink. But if what you're probably going through right now is you're in college, it's a new experience, you've seen all the movies, you've been sold all the propaganda, and you chose to ignore the propaganda. You went into a field that pays, not what your money follows and the heart and the thing follow. But what you did swallow, I think, not necessarily whole, but you're starting to believe, or you think it's out there. It's like, oh, there's this world, or there's this exciting. You go to the bar, you go to a house party, you go. And then, there's going to be cute girls, and this is what you're supposed to do. Well, if you don't like it, see, I envy a lot of people where I remember going, what was it? Prince's old place called Glam Slam. And there was Tropics. And people kept telling me, like, oh, you got to go party, you got to go to this. And out of all the nightclubs I went to, the only one that was worthwhile going to in the Twin Cities was First Avenue because I liked it. It was my type of music. There was moshing and industrial heavy techno type of music. But that didn't prevent me from going to others because I kept going, and in part because there were cute girls and you wanted to get with the girls. But the other reason was like, well, what else? There's supposed to be something here for me. People keep saying, like, this is where everyone's going. And what you got to find out, no. It's loud, it's obnoxious. The women are arrogant and cocky. You can barely afford it. I mean, we would get 2-for-1 tickets, and we'd only go on certain days when you could get in for cheap. It's not your cup of tea. You're not happy. If you're not happy and having fun, then don't go. So, and you sound to be more going to like some sports bar or a local bar in your school or on your campus. And yeah, the game. Oh my God, I could not imagine what it's like going to a sports bar. Well, I can because I've gone there. And then you're trying to drink beer so you can hang out and talk about the game. I don't care how dumb you get. All alcohol will really do is make the pain go away. That's what I found alcohol does. Is it kills boredom and it makes the pain go away. Not because it makes you happy, but because it knocks your brain out. It turns it off. I know people at higher IQs, their brain goes really fast and it calms you down. It dials it down. And so you can kind of mentally relax a little bit. But it doesn't make you happy. It doesn't, you think you're in a good mood maybe, but it doesn't. You're not having fun at these places. It just makes it more tolerable. And you care less that your brain is getting pelted with punishment of, well, you see, Jim, he's got to swing the bat more times to hit the ball. That way they'll get more hits and score more runs. You're right, Jim. They haven't been swinging their stick at the sphere enough. So that's where I would kind of, again, I'm not so much worried about alcoholism as much as you've misdiagnosed, you've misassessed you've confused what you want to do socially versus what you should do. There is no what you should do socially. Your social life is what you want to do. At the same time, I want to just stay at home and be at home and play video games. You got to get out. But dude, there are so many other, especially at your age, dude, wait till you get to be my age, and all the guys your age are fat, out of shape fucks whose wives won't let them out of the house, or they're too damn tired themselves to leave the house, right? You're, I don't know, late teens. Well, I'm going to assume you're 21. You're in your younger 20s. You're surrounded, there's so much stuff and activity and people available to go have a social life. Go join, go meet up. Go play board games. Go play Ultimate Frisbee. Go do whatever it is now because that's going to go away, man. It's going to go away. Your buddies are going to get jobs out of town. Then they'll be in Silicon Valley. You'll never see them again. They'll never get out. I remember one buddy, Ron, Samoan, just a good-looking guy, and very cool. Hey man, how's it going? Yeah, man, how you doing? And just this smooth guy. I always envied how smooth he was. And we were working security together, and we're tearing up campus. I saw him 3 years later after we all graduated. That dude was 300 pounds. I'm like, Ron, what the fuck happened? He's like, dude, I'm Samoan. I'm like, what is that? He's like, we're all big. I'm like, yeah, well, what did you do? He's like, you realize we worked out all the time. We were biking and patrolling and hiking, and now I'm a programmer. I sit behind a desk all day. I'm like, holy shit. Well, Ron can't bike. He can't run. It's that's going to go away. So I would not be focusing on alcohol. I would be availing yourself of whatever social opportunities are offered through your university, although that's under the guise of political correctness. And if you look at a girl funny, now you're going to be in trouble. But meetup groups or stuff like that. So I would, in your case, abandon the alcohol. There's no reason. Don't force it as a lubricant to go out and be social, especially in environs that you don't enjoy to begin with anyway. Go out and have fun. Go out, go ballroom dance, go hike, go do something with a bunch of people. See if you don't meet some more interesting people that way. So that, in your particular social life, I would try to go without. If you attend an event where, okay, you're at a wedding or a party, fine, have a drink and do it. Some of the best times, yeah, I was hammered and everyone was having a good old time. although we were all camp. We were singing "He's Going the Distance" by Cake, and we were fishing bonfires at a buddy's camp, and that was a good time. Should you use it to dumb yourself down so you can associate with everybody else? You can, but it's an out. And hey, guilty here. That's basically because I was bored, and then you go out and you hang out with the normies, and at least this made it. Like, you can't just stay indoors. That's another thing I'm worried about, where you're like, I just want to be at home. You can't do that. You'll just get sad and depressed. You got to get out, and you got to be social. When you get out and be social, as you get older, you also realize how many dumb people there are, and the conversations are painful. And it's an easy kind of like, yeah, it takes off the paint, yeah, it takes off the edge, and yeah, you'll kind of feel like you're normal, but the next day you either have a hangover or it goes away, and then you're back to square one. You really gotta, ideally you'd find yourself a social network or a professional network where you don't have to dumb yourself down. But if you're doing kind of like what I do, where it's like, I don't drink anymore, and yeah, it's painful. This is why I found golf. Really? What the fuck? Are you joking? I can't fucking believe it. Fucking city. Alright. You can, at opportune moments, use booze to dumb yourself down. If you're at a party or a nightclub, yeah, okay, you'll not care as much that people are talking about mundane bullshit. Remember one time I was at a party, a girlfriend brought me, and these girls they literally talked about the cake for 10 minutes, which is an eternity. Like, oh my god, this is the greatest cake ever. Where did you get it? I got it at Walmart. No. Yes. Oh my god. And I didn't have a drink, but I went out and played badminton with the guys. So yeah, you can, but I wouldn't use that as a crutch. You're just gonna have to accept the fact you're that statistically freakish that you're just not gonna, you're just gonna have to suffer through that, man. Because otherwise you'll develop a dependency, and then you're an alcoholic, and then you gotta worry about health problems, and you gotta. That's it. Has it helped you find girls? It has occasionally. But not long term. I mean, you'll get a makeout session. You'll get laid. Sure, okay. I'm not saying. Again, I'd lie if my buddy booze didn't help. But nothing in a long term or meaningful capacity. Although in your case, meaningful would be sex. So certainly feed girls booze. Oh my God, you definitely have to feed girls. You just have to. You just have to. Because they got a whole different wire network, and women do need to drink, but not long term. Like, my personality would not change dramatically. I'd just be more relaxed and more happy and more fun around them. Is it even possible long term? Is it even a possible long term fix, or just something to do during college? Yeah, experiment with it in college. Again, don't make it your life. Don't make it a crutch. But yeah, try it. See if it helps you out. Probably will a little bit. But it's not a long-term fix. I don't think it's a long-term fix, because your parties are going to go away. Certainly after college, you're left with bars and nightclubs and house parties, and those just do not seem like your cup of tea. Does not seem like your environment. I'd definitely be going and getting hobbies and moving to a place where there's stuff to do, like Denver. Like, I barely drink. When I was drinking, I would rarely drink when I was out riding motorcycles around out in the West, or where there's hobbies or whatever. So if you like to fish and you're in Minnesota, you have something else to do and keep your mind occupied. But yeah, go ahead, get it out of your system now in college, see how it works. But it doesn't sound like you're having fun at all, dude. It doesn't sound like you're having fun. Like, damn it, I gotta drink to kind of like keep up with these normies or lower myself down to them. Yeah, I mean, just try it my way. Go see if you can't find some clubs or something real fun to join. And then, for God's sake, the fact you're going to bars and drinking beer, that right there tells me you are just drinking to get along with people. You don't even enjoy it. You don't even taste. You could develop a flavor or a penchant for scotches or schnapps or any other type of liqueurs and spirits out there. And this just sounds like, yeah, you're a regular rank and file. Dude, bro, let's go to the bar and drink some beer and get some wings. It just sounds basic bitch drinking. When you could become a connoisseur of many different types of spirits and cocktails. But for now, I don't think you can afford Lafroig 10 just yet. I think you gotta leave that off in the distance. But it is not a long-term fix. It is a temporary Band-Aid. Or not even Band-Aid, that implies something wrong. It's something that when the opportunity and the environment calls for it, fine, have a drink. You're having a grand old time at a nightclub with this girl. You know what? Get an Uber home, get schlitzed. You're hanging out with your buddies, you're fishing, you're having a grand... Absolutely, get hammered. Those are going to be... Because you're with friends, other people are determining the happiness. Booze is maybe an accelerant. But if you're using it to just fit in, take a round peg and put it into a square hole, no, that is not going to work. So I would not use it as a crutch at all. At all. Just a little bit of a helper, maybe. So, all right, that's it. You guys got questions? Cap's got answers over at assholeconsulting.com. I'll see you guys later. Toodles.